So, if you've been keeping track of college football, hey, hats off to you. But if you haven't, here's a nice condensed version, of basically the biggest games this weekend, or the biggest shockers, the biggest plays, etc. All right, so first up, we're going to start with Mississippi State. They played Memphis. Shout out to Memphis, by the way. But both teams came into this matchup undefeated, but somebody got to lose.
Right.
If only this loss wasn't so painful. Shame. Listen, before I tell y'all what happened, my heart hurts for Mississippi State fans. It really does. Because if my team had done something like that, I would just be sulking. Especially, if I'm a real fan and I winning is
which college
is
football fans usually are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Winning is the culture. All right, so the game is tight in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was a whole bunch of stuff going on in the fourth quarter, but I'm just going to mention, the most painfully obvious part. Tight game, fourth quarter, 6 minutes left in the game. Mississippi State punts the ball. All right. At this point, Mississippi State is down, I believe, by like a touchdown or a field goal. One of the two, they're down. So Mississippi State punts the ball. Well, one of Mississippi's players gets to the ball and keeps it in bounds. Well, he just taps the ball to kind of keep it in bounds before it goes to the end zone for a touchback. Okay, makes sense. His teammate then comes in to field it. And by doing so, he slides to the ball and touches it. But you got to do more than that, buddy. You got to do more than that. So the guy, Calvin Austin, the Memphis player who was originally back to receive the punt, he sees homeboy touch the ball, didn't hear any whistles. So he ran by him. He was like, excuse me. He literally went through defenders. He was like, excuse me, sir. Scooped the ball up. And when I tell y'all this man ran it 95 yards to the crib for a touchdown.
Yeah. Hey, gotta know the rules, man. Hey,
gotta know the rules. But I will say, okay, pause. As an athlete, you're always told play
to the whistle. Yeah.
Play through the whistle. You don't stop playing until you hear that whistle, and nobody whistled. But when you went to the replay, the back judge.
Yeah, I saw the back judge waving his arms to kill the play.
He was waving his arms up to kill the play. But I mean, there were still no whistles. You know what I'm saying?
You don't whistle, and what are we doing? Hey,
exactly.
I didn't hear a whistle.
The play was over. They let it stand. So Memphis is now up 11, and Mississippi State, they end up losing the game. You have to lose the game after that.
Yeah.
It was some crazy onside kick mess going on. It was a lot going on after that. But long story short, Mississippi State lost, and that play had a lot to do with it. It definitely did.
I'm glad you mentioned onside kicks. I'm gonna insert one thing in between the college and the NFL. I think you know what I'm gonna go to, but continue.
Oh, that's it. That's it for my Mississippi State game.
No, I meant after you talk about all the college stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. So SMU played Louisiana Tech. All right, SMU was down 37-33 with 6 seconds to go in the game. Why is SMU down 30? Why is SMU down 4 points to Louisiana Tech with 6 seconds to go?
Because Louisiana Tech isn't the worst team out there.
It's not the worst team out there, but
they're pretty solid.
Louisiana Tech is 1-1 this season, and their loss wasn't to a spectacular team. SMU's 2-0, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You got to come in here better than this. But SMU played Louisiana Tech. They're down 4 with 6 seconds to go in the game. And when you're down 4 and you have to score a touchdown, obviously you're down 4, what time is it? It is Hail Mary time, okay? Put up or shut up.
Right,
so the ball is at the 33-yard line. SMU's quarterback, Tanner, what's his last name? Mordecai. Whenever they say his last name, I think of
Mordecai.
SMU's quarterback, Tanner Mordecai, throws it into the end zone, just launches that big boy. It's like 6 defenders in there, 6 Louisiana Tech jerseys, blue jerseys, and it's 4 white jerseys. Okay, and somehow it landed in the hands of his receiver, Reggie Robertson. Game over. Okay, all right, Hey, you got they starting 3-0. Great, but that was luck. All right, so the Oklahoma Sooners played Nebraska this weekend. Now, this game wasn't that close, but the play I'm about to mention is the nastiest play I've seen all season. And I say that with the utmost respect.
I already know what you're talking about. I already know, because I've seen.
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
This is
the nastiest play.
You know how I mentioned a few months ago how I hate when something happens and everybody's like, oh, this is the best whatever since whatever. This might actually be on that list. Go ahead.
This the one. All right, so Nebraska's down 12 with 8.5 minutes to go in the game. All right, ball is on the Sooners' 24-yard line. So they're just, they're reaching distance, to the red zone. To the end zone is right there. So Nebraska's quarterback.
And they have to score. They have to score.
Nebraska's quarterback, Adrian Martinez, he gets the snap. Steps back. The pocket start collapsing, so he maneuvering, you know what I'm saying? Steps out the pocket. He has a receiver diving near the end zone. So, he passes it to his receiver. Listen, y'all. Oklahoma's DJ Graham went completely airborne, okay? Snatches the ball out of the air with one hand,
backhand,
one arm, okay? He's attached to the defender with his other arm. Okay, snatches the ball out the air, comes down with it. His other arm might as well been tied behind his back. Listen, the play-by-play guy took me out. I don't know if you heard it with sound, Mervin, but the play-by-play guy, you could tell he just wasn't expecting it. This man started screaming real high pitch, like the pitch was hot. I said, I don't think he wanted us to hear that. I don't think he wanted us to hear where his voice gets. But listen, y'all, this man went airborne. It was like he had the spidey senses. He had the webs attached to his hand. It stuck. As soon as that ball hit his hand, it stuck.
Yeah.
It didn't leave his hand till he came back up.
So Trey Young was at that game, and he was
literally
right there. He got it on his phone video, like from 5 yards away. And even there, it's like, oh my God, how did this man catch this football? I don't get it. Like seeing it live. My thing about that is, because I shoot football. Right.
When I'm shooting something on a camera, I mean, sometimes I still be like, whoa, but it still doesn't give it the same effect as if I see it with my eyes.
Right.
You focused on the camera, making sure your camera get it, and it don't give it the same effect. But shout out to Trey Young for getting that right there. You know what I'm saying? He made sure you got his ice tray,
right.
His ice tray bling too. You know what I'm saying? But yes, y'all, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, think Odell Beckham's one-headed catch, but better. And that's what this was.
Yeah.
Oklahoma goes on to win 23-16. And, a very odd moment in the Auburn-Penn State game. Now, I was actually watching this game. I was watching this game live. Shout out to my girl.
I was trying to watch it. I had it on at work.
Shout out to my girl Nikki. She was at the game. But Auburn-Penn State game. In the second quarter, Penn State has the ball. They run a play on first down. Now it's second down. They run a play on second down. Now it's fourth down.
Yeah.
Punting unit comes on the field, and Penn State's head coach is on the sideline asking the ref, hold on, wait, what happened to my third down? And, if you go back and look at it, first down, second down, and it does jump to fourth down.
Yeah.
So the refs come together to confer. After their discussion, they rule that it is indeed still fourth down. I said, what is going on here? And it was a few moments in that game that the refs seemed a little, distracted to me. But hey, listen, just like that, Penn State got a loss of a down because the refs weren't paying attention. They ended up winning 28-20, but still, the reffing was pretty terrible in that game all night long. Like, it was just pretty bad.
Yeah.
And if I call you out and say, and people pause, the head coach of Penn State is also getting a lot of heat. People saying, oh, he didn't know it was third down, etc.
No, he knew it was third down.
He's the one who said something.
Yeah.
Literally. He was like, whoa, where is my third down? They're like, nope. I'm just like, come on now. Murphy, you was a ref. What's the demerit? Do y'all have a demerit system for refs or something?
Not necessarily demerits, but there are evaluators. There are people who come, like your signers and stuff, will go to the games and watch it so they know, like, how you're doing. And, you can very easily lose a game because of stuff like that. Like, by lose a game, I mean, like, you can get taken off of assignment, or, like, I know with college they have to, like, the guys who work in the Big Ten also have to work games in, like, a lower conference, maybe like the MAC. I guess the Big Ten would be closer to the MAC. Stuff like that. So you might get a couple more games in there because you don't know how to handle a Big Ten game, but,
Yeah.
But yeah, assigners. Yeah, they're assigners and evaluators and stuff.
The refs in that game, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
A few honorable mention games. USC played Washington State. USC started down 14-0, then scored 45 unanswered points. 45 unanswered points. They ended up winning 45-14.
Yeah.
Come on.
And that, hey, did you see what happened to their plane when they landed? So when they got to, well, they didn't fly into Pullman, but they flew into like an airport that's nearby in Idaho. And then like as they were getting off the plane, apparently like the thing just like tilted back for some reason. And so like it's on the tarmac, like,
wow.
You know, it's supposed to be flat, but like that. Which of course led to the, this ain't the first time something bad has happened for USC on the tarmac, because they fired their coach on the tarmac before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that wagon be sitting, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, it be like that, man.
It's like when you got some thickums in your back seat and you riding over the speed bump and it kind of drag in the back, you know what I'm saying? That wagon.
That wagon dragging, man.
And then lastly, Alabama almost lost to Florida, who looks really good, by the way. Alabama won by 2 points. Florida would have had those 2 points had they converted a 2-point conversion after they scored their last touchdown. But they also missed a field goal earlier in the game, so hey.
Field goals to get you every time. Every time.
What could have happened?
Yeah, ask Minnesota about a field goal.
Alabama's still undefeated, and Florida got their first off, but they look great. Florida looks really good. Also, Clemson. I'm sorry, I just had to. Clemson is very hard to watch. It is. I'm sorry. They got the new quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei. You know, maybe something will click at some point.
Maybe. Again, like I said when you texted me Saturday, there's been a line. What was it? Deshaun Watson. Who's the guy in between there? Justin Bryant.
Yeah. Wait. What was his name? Bryant. Was it Jamal Bryant?
No, Jamal Bryant's a pastor, I think.
He is. Is he a pastor? He be out here cheating. I'm sorry.
Dang. And Trevor Lawrence.
Housewives of Potomac. So,
oh my God.
Giselle Bryant.
Anyway.
But you got Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay. You got programs like Oklahoma. You got programs like Ohio State. You know, you got programs like Alabama. And the reason why I say Alabama is because Alabama's defense is normally good enough to have you like with a game manager quarterback.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alabama's quarterbacks. I still don't. They really don't do much outside of Alabama, but yeah.
But Clemson has an amazing defense. I still don't think a team has scored a touchdown on Clemson's defense. If they have, they did it in the second half of the last game they played. But yeah, Clemson's just getting by. They are. And
that's all Clemson has to do. They're in the ACC. They'll be fine. Now, granted, when they play like North Carolina, and some of those other schools, Miami, you probably got to put your best game out there, but they'll be fine.
I don't think so. I just think, literally, this is the second game in a row I've seen Clemson play, and it's just been like watching somebody scratch a chalkboard. It's just hard to watch. They played Georgia when I watched them play Georgia. Literally, neither team could score. This is not why I'm watching football. This is not why I'm watching football.
Oh, you don't like college football games being taken back to the 1900s where they score 7 points and everybody thinks that's the most points they've ever seen in their life? You don't like those games?
No.
3 yards in a cloud of dust football? You don't like that?
No. You also said Clemson will be fine, but Clemson played Georgia Tech and barely beat them. Barely.
Clemson gets the benefit of the doubt because they have Dabo. Not necessarily with me or you, but like in the minds of the people who actually matter in terms of playoffs and stuff, they'll be fine.
Anyways, they're just hard to watch. If I see a Clemson game on, I'm just, I know. Turn to something else. Because this ain't it. But that's it for the college football wrap. Did you see any games, Mervin, that you wanted to discuss?
I didn't see. Saturdays are tough for me because I'm at work. And I'm at work on Sundays too, but Saturdays are busy all day. Sunday, I can kind of work some stuff out to be by the TV, and it's not as many games to keep up with. Of course, UH won. Go Cougs. They played Grambling. I would hope it wasn't anything close. Also, UH has turkey leg cut at the games now. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah.
Does turkey leg cut have enough employees? I hate when it's a food truck and the food truck line is super long.
Well, it's like it's an actual stand in the stadium.
Oh, in the
yeah. So see, that's something, right? Like, granted, I'm gonna see Gremlin this weekend anyway, but that would have been more reason for. Had I not been at work, I probably would have been like, you know what? Let me go to the game. Give me a turkey leg. See the band, all that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I'm at work all day Saturdays, and it's really tough to catch what's going on.
Does the turkey leg dress code? Is that
you know what? That's literally in our group message when somebody said the turkey leg code was gonna be there. That's what they said. I would hope not. Be like, I gotta wear a suit to the football game so I can go get me a turkey leg. Like, what's going on here, man? But
they turning around people in the line.
That'd be messed up. Also, not necessarily college, but a few of these guys will be playing in college. So let's just go here. Bishop Gorman. I think I mentioned them. I mentioned them before when we were talking about IMG and Bishop Sycamore and all that stuff. Bishop Gorman is another one of those schools that recruits and people go there to play. They were playing a team in Arizona. I forget their name. They were up 17 points with 1:07 left in the game. Team from Arizona, who I'm gonna look up while I'm talking, so I'm not just calling them the team from Arizona. They kick a field goal. They're down 14. 1:07 left. What do? Onside kick, right? Right. They get the onside kick, and it wasn't one of those like old school onsides where you like kick it to the side. They literally just kicked it straight and recovered the onside. Marched it downfield, got in the end zone, kicked the field goal. Okay, cool. They're down 7 with like 30 seconds left. Let's do another onside kick. We did it once, we might as well do it again. If you're Bishop Gorman, you're probably saying, hey, they got their first one. Maybe let's not let them recover the second one. And what do you think happened? They recovered the second one with like 30 seconds left. Marched the ball down the field again, scored. They're down 1 with like 2 seconds left. And they're like, you know what? We're here now. We're not finna go for 1 and go for overtime.
It's too easy at this point.
Hey, you ever seen the South Park meme where one of the dads was walking down with his lower region in a wheelbarrow?
No, I haven't.
Well, okay. Well, there's a meme of that. That's essentially what they had here. They went for 2, scored, ball game over. That was it. 17-point comeback with 1:07 left. And to make matters even better, there's a video that came out after the fact where the quarterback on the touchdown that he threw to end the game, or to score to go ahead, man's got the ball, is in his grasp or whatever, and he like threw up and it got on the ball and he still delivered it. Yeah, hey, look.
COVID.
Oh, Hamilton. Hamilton is the team in Arkansas. But yeah, he literally like threw up and then went into a throwing motion. And I mean, hey, that's pretty ballsy to me. To throw up mid-play and have enough to...
That's ballsy? Do you think he chose to throw up, Mervin?
No, I don't think he chose to throw up, but I'm saying like you're still like...
You're saying ballsy. Like,
well, no, I'm not saying it like that, but what I'm saying is...
the man's... is dope.
Right. Man's like through and like didn't miss a beat. Just like still in the throwing motion. Let's go. We gotta win.
I saw something just as impressive. I don't know if it was a housewife show or what, but 2 people were about to fight. Oh, it was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Oh,
hey, what's the Nikki Baby, Miss Nikki Baby, and this other girl was getting into it, and homegirl like threw up a little bit in her hand and still tried to attack Miss Nikki Baby. You know what I'm saying? So equally as good,
Now see that sounds like bioterrorism at that point. That's just not gonna work. On the football, hey, look, wasn't really anything we can do here. We're mid play, but you gonna throw up in your hand and then try to hit me with it? I gotta take that as a biological threat now. That's not gonna fly.
Oh, definitely in today's time. But that was back in the day.